the 11th grade drama class showcase. Today you'll see two one-acts entitled Knox by Lisa Solon and Dining Outdoors by Vincent Delaney. Please take the time to silence all your cell phones. Thank you for coming and sit back and enjoy.
Okay, so I dated this guy in college, right? Kind of the codependent type, you know, always telling you he loved you and stuff. But he had a car, which was great because we got to go places. So this one time, we were visiting his folks in West Palm during spring break, and we're sitting in his bedroom when he was a kid, sitting on his bed, and he tells me,
I love you more than anything in the world.
and I'm thinking, crap, I hope he doesn't expect me to tell him that back, because I don't. In fact, I can think of a ton of things that I love better than him. Like me, for instance. Anyway, he says it just the same.
I love you more than anything in the world.
And I'm sitting there looking at him. Just looking at him. It's a lot of pressure, you know? Sitting in the room that he grew up in, on the bed that he grew up on, with his parents and everyone running around the house. So I thought I'd better smile and say something.
Oh, that's so nice to say. Thanks, honey. Thanks a lot.
And then it comes. The guilt trip. Subtle at first, but then an old freaking guilt trip.
What? Don't you feel that way too?
What way?
What I just said.
What?
You heard me.
Yes, she did. But it gives her time to think to repeat yourself. So please, just patiently repeat yourself.
I said that I loved you more than anything in the world.
Good boy. Thinking.
Okay. Okay, and I said thanks. Thanks.
You don't feel the same way?
Well, I don't think I'll quite word it like that.
You don't love me.
No, that's not it. I do love you.
No. I'm picking up on something. I just can't put my finger on it.
Put your finger on what?
You! I can't put my finger on you.
Okay.
You might love me, but it's just not the same.
Not the same as what?
It's me. It's me, Karen. You don't love me like I love you.
Okay.
Why do you keep saying that? Okay, what's it even supposed to mean?
It means okay. That's all. It means okay.
You don't love me like I love you. That's all it is.
Well, how exactly do you love me that's so different?
I love you more than anything in the world. That's how I love you. That's so different.
Okay, but what exactly does that mean?
What do you mean, what does it mean? It means what it means. It means there's nothing I love more. I don't love reading great literature more than you, skiing more than you, food, lobster more than you. All my favorite things. Not the sun, the beach, margaritas, Jimmy's Mustang. Nothing more than you. Not my parents, my brother, my dog. Nothing. You are it.
Not your dog?
Nothing more than you.
Really?
Can you say that, Karen? Can you say you feel that way about me?
I don't have a dog.
Can you say that about me?
No, I can't.
No. No! Why not?
I don't know. I just can't.
That's just great. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Karen. What am I supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do now, huh?
Oh, throw a fit. You always did.
I don't know.
Throw a fit until I tie myself into a knot.
I don't understand why you can't just say it. Why can't you just say it, Karen? It is so hard to say something, anything, even if it's not really what you feel. What the hell's your problem anyway? Your parents made you so straight that you can never, ever say anything slightly different than what you really, truly, deeply feel? Huh? What's wrong with you?
It's simple. She can't say it because it ain't true.
You want me to lie?
No, I don't want you to lie.
He wants you to lie.
I just want you to feel the same way I do.
Saying okay gave me time to think. I mean, that's why I said it, to give myself time to think. It's a great word, okay. It's like talking about the weather, but you don't actually have to talk about the weather. You just say, okay instead. So, I said it. Okay. Which gave me a good 5 more seconds to think. And then he said it.
Okay.
And then added the word,
Great.
which bought me another 5 or 6 seconds. And then that time I thought, geez, I'm stuck down here in West Palm and there ain't no way I'm getting back up to Tallahassee on my own. So I better try to figure out how to get myself out of this. Great school.
Listen, John. I love you. I love you. And just because I can't say the same as you can or use the same words as you do doesn't mean my love means any less. Love is love, honey. I love you.
Oh my God. You love the fact that he has a car, and that you don't have any money, and that you don't love walking 500 miles to get back to where you need to be so you can be yourself. Alone, free. Remember that. Remember yourself. Remember what that feels like to be honest and free and not have to lie. Not have to change yourself to make something work. Not have to tie yourself up into one of those salty, fattening pretzels that you buy at the mall when you hit middle age. Knox, Karen. Remember Knox? Be clear. Please be clear, at least in your own head, about what it is that you love. His car. You love his car.
I love you. Honey, I love you, okay?
All right. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Knox.
People are so rude. I have scratches all over my arm. It was just a semi-annual sale. You think women could learn how to behave themselves? They're animals. It wasn't even that great a sale. I think I'm depressed. Miss you. What do you think of the view?
Could we sit inside?
We reserved the veranda.
Good evening, ladies. My name is Mike. Can I tell you about an appetizer?
Why?
Because you might like to try it.
Bring me a sweet and sour pina colada with a butternut twist. Warm, not hot. My friend would like a hot rum vanilla toddy with chocolate shavings.
Could I have water? Just water.
You don't want the hot toddy?
Just water, please.
I could tell you about the appetizer.
I hate waiters. They're so dishonest. So, you buy any lingerie?
It's so bright out here.
Bloomingdale's have third line superintendent. That's just a thing. I got one in red and one in black. Maybe Jared's little worm will find out hiding. What about you?
Sure.
Did you see the suede boots at Nordstrom's? I had to fight a lipo candidate to get the last pair. I hope she dies in surgery.
Yes.
Don't blame Nordstrom's. It's not the store's fault. Those children how to behave themselves during a sales event.
Are those robins? A sound?
Probably. Birds anyway. Or something small that chirps.
I don't see them.
So, did you get anything naughty?
No.
Uh-huh. I know how Justin is. You married a piece. I married a garden hose. Let's go to your Hummer. You can show me everything. No one can shop like you, Julia.
Here's your water. The pina colada will be right up. So, what do you think of our view?
I didn't know it was yours, your own personal view.
I suppose it's not my own personal.
But you take credit for it. That's nice.
Are those robins?
Yeah.
That sound. Are they robins?
I never heard that before. But I suppose they must be birds.
Never.
Maybe I never noticed them. Perhaps you'd like to hear more about our dinner special.
Why?
Because, yes, I see.
Exactly. Do you think he's actually nice or that he cares about you? Waiters are the phoniest profession. And most of them aren't even real waiters. They're starving actors. Would you let one of them fix your car or operate on your thighs? Then why do you have to accept table service from them? For once, I wish I could be served by an actual waiter.
You think he's an actor?
Look at his face. There's something driven and true about it. That's an actor.
He hears us.
Good. He knows it can't be messed with. Oh my god, look at that. By the railing, red sweater, you see?
The blonde?
Not here. Although that's a mess. Lower. They're so fake. They don't even move together. The right one goes up and the left one just hangs there.
They aren't that for our sake.
They're supposed to work as a team. There are no points for individuality.
She hears. She's looking this way.
Let her look. My breasts are perfect.
They really are.
So are yours. Are you feeling alright? It's the sale, I know. I get so demoralized after a sale. You work so hard and somehow you end up buying absolutely nothing. Let's get a smash.
Can't do that.
What's the matter?
I have to stay ready.
Oh. What?
We're so exposed here. So much open space.
Go off the Paxil again. You know you can't just go off of it. You get so depressed.
Where did she go? The blonde woman. She was at the edge.
So? She left.
She would have had to walk past us. She was at the edge. Oh my God! Oh my God! She fell. She's down there. We have to help her.
Something's the matter. Justin's seeing someone else. That's okay. That just means he can still get erections. The more he wants other women, the more you can still profit. It's a positive thing.
Did you see her, the blonde woman?
The boob job?
She was at the edge. I think she jumped. Oh my God, I think she jumped.
Because we insulted her, please.
How far down is it?
Pretty far. She probably just walked out. These are from us.
He did not order those.
With our compliments.
Why?
No particular reason.
Is it a promotion?
No.
A product sample?
No.
You're promoting a credit card?
They're on us just because.
You're gonna charge us. You have to charge us something.
They're free.
You can't just give food for free. That's wrong.
They're free! Our specials include a boiled Alaska salmon in a wild rice fruit sauce with asparagus tips and compote, or the prime rib served rare with the stinky spice medley and choice of potatoes. We also have a garlic baked tandoori chicken served in a mini cumin basmati rice and chutney.
I didn't buy anything today at the sale.
Nothing.
Nothing.
We were there 4 hours. How could you not buy anything? Everything was discounted 40 to 70%. Oh my God, did Justin lose his job?
I sat in the food court in the corner, watching hundreds of people making messes, eating, belching, not aware, not looking, not alert.
Nothing. You bought nothing. There's nothing in the Hummer.
I don't think she jumped. I think she was pulled over, taken.
For God's sake. Wait here.
Where are you going? No.
I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna show you she's not down there.
No, please, Nicole, just stay with me. Please, stay here.
Here, eat. Have a meat stick or whatever this is.
Get it away. Don't touch it. Keep back from it.
Are you having a bad day?
One sweet and sour pina colada with just nut twist. This is one of my favorite drinks, actually. Sometimes when I'm off my shift, I'll kick back in. Is there anything else I can bring you right now?
You could bring me my drink.
I'm sorry?
I didn't order this glass of urine, Mike.
But you said.
I said butternut, Mike. If I wanted hazelnut, I'd go down to the Rainforest Cafe with their diaper-swaddled shit factories, Mike.
I'm sorry, but I'm sure you said.
I hate hazelnut. I would never order hazelnut. I know it makes me reach, and the things that make me reach, I don't order. Are you saying I like to reach, Mike? I own 3 homes. They all have garages, though I don't drive. I own 3 Sub-Zeros, even though I don't know how to cook. I know how to order, Mike. Order is what I do. It's how we define civilization, Mike.
I'm being haunted.
What?
I killed something last night with the Hummer. The resident eyes, golden, shining back at me. Tried to swerve. I ran it over.
Something
Big, like a lion, bigger, snooty, golden, strong muscles. I startled it. It was feeding in the street. I got distracted. I tried to swerve. I ran it over.
Like a cat. You hit a cat.
I felt it die through the wheels.
Just because I wait tables doesn't mean I don't deserve respect.
There was a male. It was me. I didn't see her, but she must have seen me do it. When I got out, the front door was torn open like a cyclone. The walls, everything was ripped. I think she took Justin. I think he's gone. I thought I'd be safe in the mall, the people watching. I tried to hide, concentrate, trade focus. She's watching, stalking me. She's out there now, waiting for me down there.
Julia, you hit a cat.
She knows I'm here. This is going to be the end.
There are no lions in the city.
There are lots of them, we just don't see them.
Here. I am going to call Justin on myself. You can talk to him. He's fine.
She's not going to answer. She has him.
Waiter! Waiter! What the hell is his... Mike! Mike, I'm sorry. The drink is great. Mike! He must have stormed out. Let's go on to the next one. He's not answering.
My poor husband.
He's probably in the subway. He'll pick up in a minute.
And the blonde woman?
Waiter! Where is it? Here. I'll go check.
Please no. Stay with me, don't leave.
Listen. We're in town. Summer urban with a nice view cement. How does that sound? Sound good?
Listen. Prepare to stop.
So,
I think this is it. I think they know.
wait here. I mean it. Don't move. I'll get the bill.
Cole, I've always liked you. I really have. I would like to say just that I'm sorry. It's not an excuse. I don't expect to leave all of them bad. All of us, towards you. All of you. Maybe, well, we deserved it. Maybe we do. You won't forgive me. I know that. But I'm still very sorry. We haven't been as good as we could be. Toward all of you. And we knew better.
Together quite as well. So I want to open this up to the audience. Again, this is their final presentation for this marking period. If you have any questions regarding the characters they played, just the interactions, the relationships, this is the time to please, by all means, raise your hand, lend a thought, comment, questions. Anyone from the audience? Sure. Thank you, Ms. Johnson.
Okay. What was she going to go do that night?
She set everybody up. So she hires someone to kill him, and then kill me, and the blonde woman, and then she kills herself.
Oh, wow.
for the actors? Sure, thank you, Ms. Hall.
How were the plays chosen?
Randomly.
Oh, no, we got a list.
She gave us different scenes, and then we all raised our hand for like which scene we wanted to do. We all read each scene, and which one spoke to us the most, we picked it, and it was something like that.
Any other questions for the performers? No? No? Well, thank you guys.
Good morning, and welcome to the 10th grade drama class showcase. We will be presenting monologues and short scenes. Please use this time to silence all cell phones. Thank you for coming, and we hope you enjoy the show.
So, apparently she had to tell me that I have no depth. Depth. Listen, I'm a very, very deep guy, okay? I mean, maybe I haven't traveled as much, but still, I know things. Yeah. Oh, and she told me I'm not enough of a conversationalist for her, and that she needs a higher level of talk. She said I'm too dim-witted for her. I'm not a dimwit, okay? I have wit. I'm a very witty guy. Like, I make people laugh all the time. Oh, and I'm a good thinker. You know, I think alone, out loud, sometimes. Man, she was talking about things I ain't never even heard of before. I didn't have a clue what she was saying. She sounded so smart. I got totally mesmerized. She was going on about space and the planet before shifting over to the economics and the stock market before spinning me into ancient Egyptian culture and mystery, and I couldn't say anything. I had absolutely nothing to add to the conversation. My mind went blank. After she finished telling me that I have no depth, I told her that I could be a student. You know, maybe she could teach me a thing or two. I can't even believe I said that, bro. How low did I make myself? She laughed so hard in my face and then just walked off. I mean, my head still hurts, but she was amazing, bro.
I banged my head on the closet. Really. And the ones on my arms, I don't even know where I got those. I'm okay, yes, everything at home's fine. My mom's fine, my sister's fine, my dog's fine, my dad. I mean, he's mad most of the time, like, why? Why do you want to know? What do you want me to tell you, that he did this? And then you have him do it again? He did it. Okay? He did it. And he's done it before, and he'll probably do it again if he could find me. Because I'm staying at my friend's house for a while. Like, I don't know, if I go there, he will be there. My mom doesn't do anything. He's just worse to her than to me. Like, she doesn't do anything. She doesn't hold me out. Like, God, I just wish he was gone. Because then everything would be okay. It's just really bad around here. I don't know. What do you think I should do? Thank you.
Yeah.
For breaking up the game already.
Well, okay then. Why?
I just don't like to see you. You're going back when Ernie's around.
And how's that?
Oh, pretending so.
Who's pretending? Ernie and me have to look like a couple of beers and a hand of poker. I could act like somebody's mother.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Arthur.
Why don't you call me Art? Like everybody else.
All right, I'm sorry, Art.
Forget it.
Want to go down to the drugstore?
For what?
I don't know, Coke, soda?
On top of beer?
Oh.
Jeanette, what do you mean when you said you wish your father was different? The way he's so funny about you wearing lipstick and stuff, and about you dating guys?
I wish I lived downtown with Norma. I'm going to the minute I graduate.
What the hell? Lots of parents raise Canes with their kids, especially girls.
Yes, but my father doesn't raise Cain. He says, how can you hurt me this way? How can you? And then he cries.
Cries?
Real tears.
But your father's a grown-up man. A college professor.
I know, and he and me are so scarred. Does your radio still work?
Of course. Why shouldn't it?
Good, let's find some road radio.
You won't find nothing. They did that. How's this? Not very crazy though.
It's fine, Arthur. It's
You know I can.
no mystery. And I'm just walking behind you. It would never work if you keep doing something else. Here, like this. Catching on?
You better stop pretty soon, huh?
It's fine. Everybody's self-conscious at first.
No, I think we better.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I told you I'm no good at this stuff.
No big mystery.
Too bad Ernie's in here. He goes to real dancers all the time, downtown.
I wanted to dance with you, not Ernie.
I'd give anything if I could be like him.
Now why?
He's got a really smooth tongue on him. I admire that. With me, things get all twisted up.
Arthur, what sort of thing?
Things I wonder about. See, I tried telling my mom once, but
But what?
I don't know. Every time my mom looks at me, I feel like she sees something small and pink and wrapped up in a blanket.
Try telling me, right?
See, I've got this feeling that I ought to be somebody special.
Who doesn't? I want to be a poet, and what's sillier than that?
Yeah, but you got what it takes. I'm just ordinary.
Ordinary? You think I'd hang around with you if I didn't think you were going to be special?
You do?
Of course, that's why you and I can talk.
I guess we do talk better than most people. See, I think I figured it out. I don't really know anybody. Not even my own folks. Doesn't that sound bad?
Not to me.
Maybe so.
To me, I think the only people who really know each other are people in love.
Maybe so.
Arthur, how do you suppose it feels to be in love with someone?
Don't ask me.
Because I think I'm in
in love with you.
Jeanette! Oh, Lordy, Jeanette, why'd you got a kid like that for?
I'm not.
I thought we were talking serious, Jeanette.
If that's your attitude, I'm sorry I told you.
Jeanette, wait! But Lordy, Jeanette, weren't you kidding?
It's fine. At my age, it's perfectly normal to have crushes on.
Yeah, but why me?
Frankly, I don't know. You're not the handsomest boy in the world.
Thanks.
You see, I'm very objective about your outfit.
My mistake was I told you. Norma says never let a boy know how you really feel about boys.
Norma doesn't know everything.
She knows plenty.
When did you find out? I mean, about me.
I can tell you the exact moment.
Remember the English test this morning? I saw you deciding whether or not to copy some Billy Robinson paper. Turning over, leaning sideways, and all you had to do was look over. But you didn't. And I started to laugh. At least I thought I was, but I'm starting to cry. Now almost everything you do is funny, and at the same time not funny. Well, say something.
I don't know what to say.
Yes, you don't.
Don't be mad.
I'm not mad.
Yes, you are.
I really made a fool of myself, didn't I?
No, you didn't.
I was right.
No, she wasn't.
You don't get it. I have been afraid of my father all my life. I spent every waking moment trying to keep him from exploding, trying to do everything just right and not just believing but knowing that one day he'd kill me. That one day he'd kill us all. My first memory is from the day that my brother spilled a can of paint down the stairs. My parents were painting the house. Ricky was just trying to help, but the can was too heavy and it spilled and paint went flying everywhere and I held my breath and I don't know why I thought that would help. My father put his fist through the wall. I screamed, Ricky and I both started crying, and the entire time that whole time, he just kept yelling at us to shut up and stop crying, and I couldn't because I thought that he was going to kill us both right there, and my mom couldn't stop him. I was 4 years old. Ricky was 2. And I have been living in that damn hole in the wall ever since. I'm not going to forgive him. I won't pretend to either, so you can go read Footprints in the Sand if it'll make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Because today, my father's going in the ground. Except, I don't remember having a father. My father couldn't do that to his kids.
Jerry. I should have listened to my parents when they told me not to see you anymore. But I didn't. And I took you back because you promised me things would be different this time. But nothing's changed. It's the same old, same old. You're still calling me names, telling me I'm not worth anything, telling me not to see my friends. And I can't even look at anyone else without you going off the walls. Sometimes I wonder why you even want to be with me if I'm so defective. I guess maybe it's because I'm the only one who will put up with your abuse. Hey, forget it. You may think I'm going to hang with this, but I'm not into it anymore, Jerry. I can't take being put down, humiliated, and controlled. And I think at the bottom of it is that I won't do it with you. I think that's the reason you feel the need to yell at me and criticize me all the time. I think it's because I won't, as you say, let you hit a home run. Well, I'm not ready for a home run, Jerry. I know a lot of girls are, but it's my body, and I'm just not comfortable with it. And if this is what's behind you putting me down all the time, my advice for you is to go find some biker chick.
It's sad. So sad. And I don't even understand it. Once you say, no. No. Many times you told me that anything was possible. But I wouldn't believe you. I couldn't believe you. You made the world, life, people, everything seem so grim, and I knew it couldn't be like that. It couldn't. Many times when I felt sad, many times when I felt beaten, had what you called the blues, many times when I didn't understand why you couldn't give into feeling down and beat, I still didn't believe, Monty. I still didn't believe that I had so little understanding of the world. Monty, I have so little understanding of you, who I thought was my friend. At all. For many times, I thought you were my only friend. A special friend, really. Do you understand that, Monty? A special friend. We've been friends for 10 years. God, it's been that long. And now you rape me. You rape me. Monty, why? Why?
Mrs. Benson?
Yes?
Could you come in for a minute, Mrs. Benson?
Well, I have an audition. I should leave in about 15 minutes. It's in New York and I don't get lost all the time.
Don't you worry about that. I'll see that you get there in time. You know, I wanted to have a talk. You know, just girls together. Sit down. Would you like a cup of coffee, tea, maybe?
No, but if that happens later.
I'm sure.
Where's Thornton?
You have to be so careful to wash fruits and vegetables these days. They spray all those insecticides on everything, and I'm not sure the insects are less harmful. I like my apples to be nice and shiny.
This reminds me of something. What is it?
I have no idea.
You handing me the apple, nice and shiny. Oh, Snow White. You know, where the witch gave her the poisoned apple? Oh, this is not shot. I didn't know the apple. I know you're not a witch.
And I know you're not Snow White.
I may have to wait hours before I read. I'll probably starve to death before their eyes.
You know, you're going to get that far.
What makes you so sure?
Well, you're a very pretty girl, and I guess that's what they wanted there, isn't it?
Today, you have to have more than just a pretty face. And besides, I'm not pretty. I think I'm interesting looking, and in some lights I look lovely, but I'm not pretty.
Nonsense, you're extremely pretty.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I've got beady little eyes like a bird and a figure like a pogo stick. Well, aren't you going to deny you said anything?
hurted you.
There are plenty of good things you can put me down with, but you don't have to put me down with lies.
You know what I like about you?
Uh-huh. Nothing.
No, I like your honesty, your candor. You're obviously quite a worthy young woman, aren't you, Mrs. Benson?
I suppose I am. I wish you wouldn't call me Mrs. Benson.
But isn't that your name, Mrs. Benson?
Yes, but you don't say it as though you mean it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Why don't I call you Jill? That's more friendly, isn't it? So now, Jill, I wanted to talk to you about Donnie, you know, because I wanted to see what you guys might have in common because he likes you very much.
And I like him very much. He may very well be the most beautiful guy I've ever met. Just imagine going through life not being able to see anything. Not a picture, or a flower, or even a Christmas card. I want to die. But Don, he wants to live. I mean, really live. And he can even kid about it sometimes. He's fantastic.
So you would want what's the best for him, wouldn't you?
Now we're getting to it, aren't we? Like maybe I should tell him to move back in with you. Is that it?
Donnie was happy at home until Linda Fletcher filled him with ideas about a place of his own.
I think you only think that he can only live with you. Well, there are none so blind as those who will not see. There. I can quote Dylan Thomas and Little Johnny.
Wow, you constantly astonish me.
Well, we women of the world do that.
It's funny how like Linda Fletcher you are. You know, Donnie's certainly consistent with her.
Why do you call him Donnie?
That's his name, isn't it? Don't I say that till I mean it?
He hates being called Donnie.
Well, he's never mentioned it.
Of course he has. You just don't listen. There are none so deaf as those who will not hear. You could think of a lot of those, couldn't you? There are none so thin as those who will not walk. There are none so lame as those who will not eat.
Do you think it's a good idea for Donnie to live on his own?
I think it's a good idea for Don to live wherever he wants. And besides, he's not alone. I'm here.
For how long? You have a lease on that apartment?
No,
Oh, so you could leave anytime you want.
that's right.
So you couldn't sustain a marriage for more than 6 days, could you?
My marriage does not concern you.
It didn't concern you very much either, did it?
Yes, it did.
Do you know what marriage to a blind boy might be like? Because you've seen Donnie at his best in this room which he's memorized. And when he goes to the delicatessen or the drugstore. But take him out of this room and he's lost. He panics and he needs someone who will stay with him, and it's just more than 6 days.
You just stop worrying, Mrs. Baker. Nothing serious will develop between me and Donnie. I'm not built that way.
But Donnie is built that way.
Please, we're just having cakes.
Oh, kicks, just kicks. That's just how it started with Linda Fletcher, just kicks. But then Donnie fell in love with her, and then you fall in love with you. Then what happened?
I don't know.
So then don't let it go that far. Stop now before you start hurting him.
What about you? Aren't you hurting him?
I can't hurt him. I mean, I could irritate him, but only you could hurt him. So just stop now, and then let him come home with me. And then you yourself can go have cakes with someone who won't feel them after you've gone.
I'm not so sure you can hurt him. Maybe more than anyone. I think you deserve all the credit you can get for turning out a pretty marvelous guy. But bringing up a son, even a blind one, is not a lifetime occupation. It was Linda Fletcher, not you, who gave him what he needed most, confidence in himself. You're always dwelling on the negative. Always what he needs and never what he wants. Always what he can't do and never what he can. What about his music? Have you listened to any of his songs? I bet you didn't even know he could write songs. Miss Baker, you may be right about me. I may not be the ideal girl for Dawn, but I know one thing, neither are you. And if I'm going to tell anyone to go home, Miss Baker, it'll be you. You go home.
Y'all have no idea the kind of home life I live in. You think I got it all good? Then my daddy is some well-known music artist.
and I get everything I could ever want. I come from that same place too. Well, there isn't anything good about any of them. I'd much rather trade my life with someone less fortunate, with someone who's broke and struggles and has anything I could ever want with a snap on my fingers. It's depressing. I'm never given the chance to prove myself. Everything is handed to me. I'm never listened to, but just tossed aside like I don't matter. Because I don't. I'm just an object that's supposed to go with the flow and be this great, big, happy daughter. My mom. All she ever talks about is getting her nails done, facials, massages, traveling. Each week she has a different hairstyle. Not to mention her daily runs for shoes and dresses. Turns my stomach actually. I'm not like them, you see. I'm nothing like them. And I secretly wonder if I really am their biological daughter. It sucks to not have an identity of your own, with no support. Like you're invisible. Everything is tossed aside because life is fabulous, so put on a smile and shine. Well, I can't shine. I don't know how to shine. I don't know how to stop feeling like this spoiled brat. I don't deserve what I'm given. I want to feel normal.
My abortion? I got pregnant. I wasn't exactly sure which guy. I wasn't going crazy and seeing what different guys would like. I actually knew them both pretty well. I just wasn't emotionally involved with either one of them. Though I liked them both a lot, which in a way made the whole thing even more confusing on a personal level. And you know, in terms of trying to figure out the morality of the whole thing, I had the abortion. Completely on my own, not telling anybody, not even my friends. I kept thinking in my mind, it wasn't a complete baby, which it wasn't. Not a fully developed person, but a fetus, which it was. And I would have what I would term a real child later, but nevertheless, I had these nightmares and totally unexpected feelings in which I saw the baby as this teenager, a real handsome boy with spiritual consequences, which now the world would have to do without. And he was always like this refugee, full of regret, like this treasure that's been lost and someone called for away, like when a person of great potential is hit by a car. But I had no one to blame but myself, and I sort of went out of my mind. So my parents took me to Puerto Rico for a vacation, and I was there long enough to get my head back on my shoulder. I was functional, semi-functional. Then I told everybody. I went from telling nobody to everybody.
I want you to know that I think you are a piece of You freaking ditch us for your own selfish needs, and I hate you for it. I was hoping you'd be dead. The only reason why I came this way was for the promise I made my mother. She was the most beautiful, kind-hearted, loving human being a person could ever be lucky enough to know. She raised me. She made me who I am today. If it wasn't for her playing the role of mother and father, God knows what I would have turned into. Used to wait with her on the welfare lines. Used to watch her fight tooth and nail just so I can have food in my stomach. Used to take the bus to get to town, where she'd pawn off any valve that she had just to make rent. And she'd always buy me an ice cream, which made me feel like everything was going to be okay. I'd pitch in as soon as I was old enough. Started working at a local deli, making sandwiches, and handed over every dime to my mother. She was a great woman. She never left the house other than to make $1. She never dated. She was a great woman, and you gave up, and you walked away because your freaking pride was hurt. Well, I say to hell with your pride when it comes to your wife and kid. What pride? Why break a family? Why?
Why start a family to begin with? You weren't strong enough to keep him.
Hey, I know it's late. I wasn't watching the time. Where's Emily? Did he come?
Yes, he came.
Doug,
He went on to work.
went to work. Well, of course, Mr. Kermit. What do you think he did with himself? How's Emily?
Very nice, but that isn't the subject.
Oh, Christ, Ronnie, don't start.
It's 2 o'clock.
It isn't. Well, my watch out. There.
You know I don't care what they ask.
We've been sitting out for over an hour. Didn't you just drive up? I thought I saw you at the window.
No, I don't care.
Well, neither do I. He was so sweet.
I like Sunny.
We talked. Sonny's dad owns a ranch in Texas. Over 20,000 acres. Which he says is small. That's probably larger than Rhode Island. And there is Herefords and houses and oil. And own about half the money in the country. And they have investments everywhere. His mom and dad are paralyzed of what's going on in Cuba. Apparently they own it.
Anyway, be that as it may, I have a vivid imagination, but it fails me when I have to
Oh,
conquer.
Vernon, just stop it. Just stop it already. No, he doesn't ladies. No, never, not once. Look at my hands for God's sake. Do you think I can stand it? Well, there's a stigmata. You can count on that. Sonny's a Catholic with a vengeance. And I who never thought I could be in love with anyone. There it is. Callous problem. Never thought she could cut it. And I am very much in love with the rich Texan Catholic. He has land, lots of land, and principles that I never even knew were principles. And I used to take downs. But pills are wrong, of course. I'll promise him I wouldn't take them anymore. No, we no longer live on a red, yellow submarine. We live on a red perch. And he makes those so damn beautifully. And I can't ask him, and I can't be bad. His word, not mine. And I can't cut down on the pills. And I claw my hands, the palm of my hands apart. Well, Carol, there's no sense in causing a war about it. I cut them down yesterday, I'll cut them off tonight, but that won't help. Because I'll bite my lip or something else if I can't get a hold of something to take the call my damn frazzle.
Carol, I'm very lenient, but I know you can wrap it around your little finger, and I know you have to do anything.
Don't make excuses for me.
Carol, I want to say something. I know you want to stay here for the next 8 or whatever months until you're 18, and I want you here. But if I see one pill, one of your tranquilizers, I'll have to report it. That's something I can't tolerate. I have 2 young sons here, and I can't risk them taking anything by mistake.
You don't have to tell me that. Do you think Sonny would stand for it? He's a lot better police dog than you. Believe me.
There have been 2 different cases in the last year of kids being poisoned by taking their mother's barbiturates or something someone left around the house. If I know you're taking them, I feel obligated to tell Sonny, as well as the wealthy.
You don't have to tell anybody any goddamn thing!
Oh my God.
I promised him. Do you know what that means? That I didn't need them. Do you answer? Yes. It hurt like 5. Let me put something. Oh, I'll do it. You're supposed to be bumming me out. You can't, Ron. I can get up anything. I'm a master.
You're also a mess.
You're telling me?
Let me put something on that sound.
No, damn it. I don't want you staining me over that iodine.
I won't put iodine, I'll put sound.
You're not that bad. Really, I'll do it. Are you ready up for Doug?
No, you can't.
Nana's in my room?
For tonight. Well, ready.
Just let me talk to you.
Put something on that hand. That iodine.
Okay, good night.
Carol. Don't stay out this late.
I won't mind. You're great. I'm sorry. I won't.
She will. And I can't blame her, of course. She's on probation with us, state, and Sonny too.
So I'm used to it. Don't make me out of murder. I hate it. Besides, I can do better. I haven't even got started on my mom and dad and poor upbringing and what an awful life I've had. because I'm a necromaniac, coupled with for all practical purpose on the shape of a Greek god.
Isn't necessary, of course. It doesn't hurt anything.
It hurts. It hurts everything. All over. Good night.
Good morning, and welcome to the 10th grade drama class showcase. We will be presenting monologues and short scenes. Please use this time to silence all cell phones. Thank you for coming, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Mr. Agnew, the things that I deal with every day, it seems to always be happening to me. And how do I know when it's big enough for me to get to you? I don't want to be a burden to you. I don't want to come to you every time something happens to me, because then I'll think you get mad at me as if it's my fault. And I know I'm no angel. These are the things I'm doing. Like you said earlier, perception. People see me as some loser, and over time that perception has only been cemented in people's minds. Because I've tried to show other sides of myself, but I'm never looked at differently. It's like a curse I can't break. And I guess I'm starting to accept the fact that I'm this loser, troublemaker, or whatever you want to call me. I've grown to become this character from everyone's mind, because it makes everyone happy. I bring comfort in a way because I'm leaving. And I know I sound crazy, but these are the things I'm dealing with. I just want you to hear from me.
You don't understand. You don't ever hear what I'm trying to say. It's always a one-way conversation. First, you come at me and complain about all the things you think I'm not doing, and you do this to get me angry. Because you think by getting me angry is going to somehow make me work harder for what I want in my life. And you're wrong. I'm sorry, but you're so wrong. It's not going to help me move forward. It's not. Can't you just be my friend and support me by giving me encouragement? Do you have any idea what I'm going after? How impossible it is. Do you? I just need some kindness from you. And you're my mom. All I ask is that you stop being so damn strategy-oriented with me and just give me some advice if you have any. Because coming down on me doesn't help. I'm not asking you to hand feed me, but just be there for me the way I need you. There. Happy? Now you know what's been bothering me.
I did something wrong, but I don't know. Remember the day after Thanksgiving where I didn't want to come out of my room and I said that I was sick? I wasn't really. I don't know. I guess I felt bad. I didn't want to see Dad. And last night it happened again. And I know I did something wrong. When you guys came back from that party and you went to bed, Dad came into my room. He looked at the covers and he started touching me. And he made me touch him, and I was so scared. And I know I did something wrong, but it was Dad, so I thought maybe I was wrong. When it was all done, I locked myself up in the bathroom, and when he left, I came out and I laid on the floor because I did not want to get back in bed. And now I don't know. Did I do something wrong?
That dirty bum. I'm gonna kill him.
It's all right, Sam. Come on.
I'll kill him.
It's all right, Sam. Everything's fine. Why should you pay any attention to a stuff like that? He's nothing but a loafer. You know this. Why do you care what he thinks?
I'm a coward.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm a coward.
He's not worth your little finger, Sam. Just wait and see. 10 years from now, he'll still be driving that stupid taxi and you won't even remember that he's alive.
I'll never be anything.
Don't say that, Sam. A boy with your brains and ability, and you graduated from college with honors and all that. If I were even half as smart as you, I'd be so proud of myself.
What's the good of having brains? Nobody looks at you. Nobody knows that you exist.
I know you exist, Sam.
And it wouldn't take much to make you forget.
I'm not so sure about that. Why would you say that, Sam?
Because I know, okay? It's different with you. You have beauty, people look at you. You have a place in the world.
I don't know. I mean, I often wish I were a man. It seems to me that when you're a man, it's easier to sort of, I don't know, be yourself. To kind of be the way you feel. When you're a woman, it doesn't really matter what you're thinking or what you're feeling because all men want is just the one thing. And when you're trying to figure out where your head's at, it makes it hard. Do you know what I mean? Sam, there's something I wanted to ask you.
What is it?
I wouldn't dream of asking anyone but you, but Sam, do you think it's true what they're saying about my mother? Yes, it is, isn't it?
We were talking here before, and I couldn't stand it anymore. Oh God, why do we have to go on living in this sewer?
What can I do, Sam? You see, my father means well enough, but he's always been strict, and I don't know, so maybe when he frees up, I guess, and he doesn't want us to be kind with mothers. That's the whole issue, I guess. My mother never had anyone to really love her. She's sort of gay and happy, like, you know? She enjoys having a good time. But my father was different. Only now, with everyone talking and making remarks, and all the neighbors whispering and sighing, it's just, I don't know.
I really wish that.
You do help me, though. Just by being nice and sympathetic and talking things out. There's so few people you can really talk with. You know what I mean? I often feel like I'm all alone in the world and oh, just listen to her.
Oh God.
Poor thing. She must be having terrible pains.
You know, that's all there is in me. Nothing but pain and suffering. Everywhere you look, it's oppression, cruelty. If it doesn't come from nature, it comes from humanity. Humanity tearing at its own throat. The world is really nothing but a bloodstained arena. It's too high of a price to pay for life. Life really isn't worth it.
I don't know, Sam. I often feel in discouraged sometimes too. Like last night. I could barely sleep on account of the heat and on account of thinking, well, all sorts of things. And this morning, when I woke up, I felt absolutely miserable. So I decided I'd go to the office. And when I got to the park, everything looked so green and fresh, and I got this feeling of maybe it's not so bad after all. Then what do you think? I see a big lilac bush with a bunch of flowers still on it. It made me think of that poem you told me. What about the lilacs?
When lilacs in the dooryard bloomed and the early star droops in the evening night, I mourned and yet shall mourn ever returning spring. I'm mourning yet shall mourn ever returning spring, yeah?
No, not that part. I know the bit about the farmhouse. Say it for me, sir.
In a dooryard, facing the whitewashed columns of a tall lilac bush, evergreen and growing with heart-shaped leaves, rich green, a sprig of its flowers which I wait.
Exactly. That is exactly what I don't like doing, just breaking off a little bunch of flowers, but then I thought, what if a policeman or someone comes by and catches me and I get in trouble? So I didn't. My better have it now, Sam.
You have to go to bed when you're told that child?
I know, but there's just so much wrangling that goes on as is. No use in making any more. Good night, Sam. There's something I wanted to ask you about, but it'll have to wait until another day.
I just can't believe that she told me I have no depth. Depth. I mean, I'm a very, very deep guy, okay? I mean, maybe I haven't traveled as much, but still, I've had experiences. Yeah. Oh, she's trying to tell me that I'm not enough of a conversationalist for her and that she needs a higher level of talk. She said I'm too dim-witted for her. I'm not a dimwit. I have wit. You know, I'm a pretty witty guy, right? I make people laugh all the time. Oh, and I'm a good thinker. I think alone, out loud sometimes. Man, she was talking about things I never even heard of before. I didn't have a clue what she was saying, but she sounded so smart and I got totally mesmerized. First she was going on about space and the planets before talking about the stock market and economics, and then she spun me into ancient Egyptian culture and mystery, and I couldn't say anything. I had absolutely nothing. Nothing to add to the conversation. My mind went blank. After she finished telling me I have no depth, I was like, I could be a student, you know? Maybe she could teach me a thing or two. I can't believe I said that. How old did I make myself? She laughed so hard in my face and then just walked over. My head still hurts, but she was amazing, bro.
It was prom night. After the prom, and Brian and I were going to go to the beach house together. I was excited. We got into the car and cranked the music up real loud. It was a beautiful night. The wind blowing against my face. I was so happy. So free. He stopped at the red light and turned to look at me. Just like the way you did just now. And he leaned over and started kissing me. And it happened so fast. A car, it smashed into Brian's side. His head hit the edge of the door. I heard this crack and then everything blacked out. Next thing I remember, I woke up in the hospital with a mild concussion and a broken arm. Brian was dead. It's almost been a year since then, and I still haven't let anyone kiss me. I'm sorry, but I can't.
I'm really okay. My gym teacher was wrong. It's just a bruise. It's no big deal. I got it when I banged my head on the closet door, really. And the ones on my arm, I don't even know where I got those. I'm okay. Yes, everything at home's fine. My mom's fine, my sister's fine, my dog's fine. My dad, he's like mad most of the time. Like, why? Why do you want me to tell you? What do you want to know? That he did this to me? And then have him do it again? He did it. Okay, he did it. And he's done it before, and then he'd probably do it again if he could find me. Because I'm staying at my friend's house for a while. Like, I don't know. If I go home, he'll be there. He's worse to my mother than he is to me. My mother doesn't do anything about it, and God, I just wish he was gone, because everything would be okay. It's just really bad around here. I don't know. What do you think I should do?
Oh, what a noble mind is here enthroned. The courtiers, soldiers, scholars, eye-tongued sword. The expectancy and rose of the fair state, the glass of fashion in the mood of form. The observed of all observers, quite down. And I, of ladies most deject and wretched, that suck the honey of his music bells, now see that noble and most stubborn reason, like sweet bells, jangled out of tune and harsh, that a magic form and feature of lone youth blasted with ecstasy. Oh, woe is me, to have seen what I have seen, see what I see.
God's right. It makes me mad. Day, night, hour, tide, time, work, and play, alone in company, still my care hath been to have her match, and now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, of youthful, noble, and trained diminish, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportioned as one would wish a man, and to them have a retching, fooling fool, a whining maggot, and her fortunes tender, to answer, I cannot wed, I am too young, I pray you pardon me. But as you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze while you shall not meet the house. Look on to, think on to, I do not you suggest. Thursday is near, and lay hand on heart advise. You will be with my friend, and you will not die, beg, or starve in these streets. For by my soul, I never acknowledge thee.
Is Brutus sick? And is it physical to walk unbraced and suck up the humors of the dank morning? What? Is Brutus sick? And will he steal out of his wholesome bed to dare the vile contagion of the night, and tempt the roomy and unpurged air to add on to his sickness? No, my Brutus, you have some sick offense within your mind, which by right and virtue I ought to know of. And upon my knees I charm you, by my once commended beauty, that you unfold to me yourself, your half, why you are heavy, and what men had to resort to you. There have been some 6 or 7 who did hide their faces, even from darkness.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it is noble in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles by opposing enemy, to die, to sleep, and by sleep we say to end the heartache and 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is hit. This is the consummation without continuation. To die, to sleep, chance to dream. Aye, there's the road. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we are shuffled off this mortal coil? But must give us pause. There's a respect that makes calamity so long black. Who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of prized love, the insolence of office and the scans that patient merit the wealth takes? Thus, consciousness does make hours of us all. And thus made a pure resolution is sickly, aware of the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moments, with disregard the currents turn awry and lose name back. Soft you now, fair Ophelia, condemned thy orders. Be all my sins, remember.
And by your art, my dearest father, you have put the wild waters in this war and laid them. The sky, it seems, would pour down stinking pitch, but that the sea, mounting to the welcome's cheek, dashes the fire out. Oh, I have suffered with those I saw suffer. A brave vessel who had no doubt some noble creature had dashed both to pieces. Oh, the cry did not against my very heart. Poor souls, they perished. Had I been any god of power, I would have sunk the sea within the earth or air. It should the good ship so much swallowed and the frothing souls within her.
Could great men thunder? As Jove himself does? Jove would ne'er be quiet. For every pelting petty officer would use his heaven for thunder. Nothing but thunder. Merciful heaven, that rather with thy sharp and sulphurous bolt splits the unwedgeable and gnarled oak than the soft myrtle but man. Proud man, just in his little brief authority, most ignorant of what he's most assured. His glassy essence, like an angry ape, plays such fantastic tricks before high heavens, as make the angels weep, who with our spleens would all themselves lack mortal. We cannot weigh our mother with ourselves. Great men may jest with saints. 'Tis within them, but in the less foul profanation.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 12th grade drama class showcase. Today you'll be seeing Act 1, Scene 1 of Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. This will be a stage reading, and we will have Shakira Bottom filling in the role of Apollo. So please, right now, check, make sure your phones are silenced, please. Now I want you all to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Without further ado, I present to you Shakespeare, A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Our wedding day is almost here, my beautiful Hippolyta. We'll be getting married in 4 days, on the day of the new moon. But it seems to me that the days are passing too slowly. The old moon is taking too long to fade away. That old, slow moon is keeping me from getting what I want. Just like an old widow makes her stepson wait to get his inheritance.
No, you'll see. 4 days will turn into 4 nights. And since we dream at night, time passes quickly then. Finally, the new moon, curved like a silver goal in the sky, will look down on our wedding celebration.
Go, Philostrate. Get the young people of Athens ready to celebrate and have a good time. Sadness is only appropriate for funerals. We don't want it at our festivities. Hippolyta, I wooed you with violence, using my sword, and God should have fallen in love with me by injuring me. But I'll marry you under different circumstances, with extravagant festivals, public festivities, and celebrations.
Long live Theseus, our famous and respected Duke.
Thanks, Phineas. What's new with you?
I am here, full of anger, to complain about my daughter Hermia. Step forward. Demetrius, my lord. This man, Demetrius, has my permission to marry her. Step forward, Lysander. But this other man, Lysander, has cast a magic spell over my child's heart. You, Lysander, you've given her poems and exchanged tokens of love with my daughter. You pretended to be in love with her, singing her fake love songs softly at her window by moonlight. And you captured her imagination by giving her locks of your hair, trinkets and knickknacks, flowers and candies. things that could really influence an impressionable young person. You conceived to steal my daughter's heart, making her stubborn and harsh instead of obedient. And my gracious dude, if she will agree to marry Demetrius right now, I ask that you let me exercise my right that all fathers have in Athens. Since she belongs to me, I can do what I want with her. As the law says, I can either make her marry Demetrius or have her killed.
What do you have to say to yourself, Maria? Think carefully, good girl. You should think of your father as a god, since he's the one who gave you your beauty. To him, you're like a figure that he's sculpted out of wax, and he has the power to keep that figure intact or to disfigure it. Demetrius is an admirable man. So is Lysander. You're right. Lysander's admirable too. But since your father doesn't want him to marry you, you have to consider Demetrius to be the better man. I wish my father could see them with my eyes. No! You must see them as your father sees them. Your Grace, please forgive me. I don't know what makes me think I can say this, and I don't know if speaking my mind to such a powerful and noble person as yourself will damage my reputation for modesty. But please, tell me the worst thing that could happen to me if I refuse to marry Demetrius. You'll either be executed, or you'll never see another man again. So think carefully about what you want, good Maria. Consider how young you are, and question your feelings. Then decide whether you could stand to be a nun, wearing a priestess's habit and caged up in a cloister forever, living your entire life without a husband or children, weakly chanting hymns to the cold and virginal goddess of the moon. People who can restrain their passions and stay virgins, however, are holy. Although a virgin priestess might be rewarded in heaven, a married woman is happy on earth. A married woman is like a rose who was picked and made into a beautiful perfume, while a priestess just withers away on the stem. I'd rather wither away than give up my virginity to someone I don't love. Take some time to think about this. By the time of the next new moon, the day when Hippolyta and I will be married, be ready either to be executed for disobeying your father, to marry Demetrius as your father wishes, or to take a vow, spend the rest of your life as a virgin priestess of the moon goddess.
Please, give in, sweet Hermia. And Lysander, stop acting like she's yours. I got more of a right to her than you do.
The father loves you, Demetrius. Why don't you marry him and let me have Hermia? It's true. Rude, Lysander. I do love him. That's why I'm giving him my daughter. She's mine. And I'm going to give her to Demetrius. My lord, I'm just as noble and as rich as he is. I love Hermia more than he does. My prospects are as good, if not better. And beautiful Hermia loves me, which is way more important than all those things I'm writing about. Why shouldn't I be able to marry her? Demetrius, and I'll say this to his face, courted Nadir's daughter, Helena, and made her fall in love with him. That sweet lady Helena. She loves devoutly. She adores this horrible and unfaithful man.
I have to admit, I've heard something about that, and meant to ask Demetrius about it. But I was too busy with personal matters, and it slipped my mind. Anyway, Demetrius and Aegeus, both of you, come with me. I want to say a few things to you in private. As for you, beautiful Hermia, get ready to do what your father wants. Because otherwise, the law says that you must die or become a nun, and there's nothing I can do about that. Come with me, Hippolyta. How are you, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, come with us. I want you to do some things for our wedding. And I also want to discuss something that concerns us both.
We're following you not only because we want to, but because it is our duty. What's going on, my love? Why are you so pale? Why are your cheeks faded so quickly?
Probably because my cheeks froze this needed rain, which I could easily give them with all the tears in my eyes.
Oh, honey, listen. In books, they say true love always faces obstacles. Either the lovers have different social standings.
Oh, what an obstacle that would be. Imagine being too high on the social ladder and falling in love with someone beneath you.
Or else they were very different ages.
How awful! Being too old to marry someone young.
Or else their guardians or advisors said no.
What hell to have your love life determined by someone else.
Or even if the lovers are a good match, their love might be ruined by war, death, or sickness, so that their affair only lasts an instant. Their time together might be as fleeting as a shadow or as short as a dream, lasting only as long as it takes a lightning bolt to flash across the sky. Before you can say, look, it's gone. That's how intense things like love are quickly destroyed.
If true lovers are always courted, then it must be a realistic. So let's be patient as we deal with our problem. It is as normal a part of love as dreams, sighs, wishes, and tears.
That's the right attitude. So, listen, Hermia. I have an aunt who is a widow, who's very rich and doesn't have any children. She lives about 20 miles outside of Athens, and she thinks of me as a son. I can marry you there, gentle Hermia. When the strict rules of Athens cannot touch us. So, here's the plan. If you love me, sneak out of your father's house tomorrow night and meet me in the forest a few miles outside of town. You remember the place. I met you there once for Helena to celebrate May Day. I'll wait for you there.
Oh, Lysander, I swear I'll be there tomorrow. I swear by Cupid's strongest bow and his best gold-tipped arrow, by the goddess of love's innocent dove, by everything that ties lovers together, by the bonfire where Queen Dido burned herself to death when her lover Aeneas jilted her, and by all the promises that men have broken, and men have broken more promises than women have ever made. I give you my word. I'll meet you at that spot tomorrow.
Keep your promise, my love. Look, here comes Helena.
Hello, beautiful Helena. Where are you going?
Did you just call me beautiful? Take it back. You're the beautiful one as far as Dimitri is concerned. Oh, you're so lucky. Your eyes are like stars and your voice is more musical than a lark song is to a shepherd in the springtime. Sickness is contagious. I wish beauty were contagious too. I would catch your good looks before I left. My ear would be infected by your voice, my eye by your eye, and my tongue would come down with a bad case of your melodious speech. If the world were mine, I'd give it all up. Everything except Demetrius, to beat you. Oh, teach me how you look the way you do, and which tricks you use to make Demetrius fall in love with you.
I frown at him, but he still loves me.
If only my smiles can inspire love as effectively as your frowns.
I curse him, but he loves me.
If only my prayers can inspire that kind of affection.
The more I hate him, the more he follows me around.
The more I love him, the more he hates me.
It's not my fault he acts like that, Helena.
It's true. It's your beauty's fault. I wish I had a fault like that.
Don't worry. He won't see my face ever again. Lysander and I are running away. Before I saw Lysander, Athens seemed like paradise to me. But Lysander is so attractive that he turned heaven into hell.
Helena, we'll tell you about our secret plan. Tomorrow night, when the moon shines on the water and decorates the grass with tiny beads of pearly light, the time of night that hides runaway lovers, we plan to take out of Athens.
In the woods where you and I used to lounge around on the pale primroses, telling each other sweet secrets, that's where Lysander and I will meet. From then on, we'll turn our back on Athens. We'll look for new friends and keep the company of strangers. Goodbye, old friend. Pray for us, and I hope you win over Demetrius. Keep your promise, Lysander. We need to stay away from each other until midnight tomorrow.
I will, my honey. Goodbye, Helena. I hope Demetrius comes to love you as much as you love him.
It's amazing how much happier some people are than others. People throughout Athens think I'm as beautiful as Hermia, but so what? Demetrius doesn't think so, and that's all that matters. He refuses to admit when everyone else knows, but even though he's making a mistake by obsessing over Hermia so much, I'm also making mistakes since I obsess over him. Love can make worthless things beautiful. When we're in love, we don't see with our eyes, but with our minds. That's why paintings of Cupid, the god of love, always show him as blind. And love doesn't have good judgment either. Cupid has wings and no eyes, so he's bound to be reckless and hasty.
That's why they say love is a child. Because it makes such bad choices. Just as boys like to play games by telling lies, Cupid breaks his promises all the time. Before Demetrius ever saw Hermia, he showered me with promises and swore he'd be mine forever. But when he got all hot and bothered over Hermia, his promises melted away. I'll go tell Demetrius that Hermia's running away tomorrow night. He'll run after her. If he's grateful to me for this information, it'll be worth my pain in helping him pursue my rival Hermia. At least I'll get to see him when he goes. And then again when he comes.